this year has been a bit challenging, and I haven't wanted to share about it, but I've decided it's time to start crawling out of the little snail's shell I've been huddled in underneath, and share a little bit about what's been going on, because I think it's important. And I know I'm not unique. I know a lot of you are feeling this, and I kind of feel like if I step out and share what's been going on for me, then you might realize that it's actually okay that you're going through it too. If you know me personally, you know that I'm a bit of an empath, and my empathic nature will soak up probably what you've got going on, and the person next door, and the person in the car that's going past right now, and I feel stuff beyond what's mine. And I know I'm not unique. I know a lot of you do, but that means I also know that you're often experiencing a really challenging time finding the balance and moving forward, and we can often end up being really, really depressed. And I fell back into that this year. I had to deepen my meditation practice again and step it up a notch, and try even harder to remember that my true original nature is deeper than thought and beyond this human being, and it's that part of me that is always joyful. And I'd lost my joy. And I have this little ray of light, this incredibly cute kid running around my house that's 90% of the time smiling and 10% of the time now being 2 and a bit tantruming. And it was getting more and more challenging to navigate if I was feeling so down and heavy on the inside. So what I've realized more and more deeply is to ask myself, does this, whatever this is, feel heavy or light? If it feels heavy, whatever this is, whether it's a feeling or a thought or a belief, whether it's a conversation, whether it's a situation or a circumstance or an intermingling with someone, does it feel heavy or does it feel light? If it feels heavy, it's either not mine or there's a lie that I'm telling myself about it. If it feels light, then it is mine, and it is good and right, and it is that which is seeking to emerge at this time. And emergence is quite a big piece of this, because sometimes what feels light is something that is emerging, so we can't see it yet. And in this kind of masculine world that we live in, is shifting a bit more around to the feminine way of creating. But in this masculine way of creating, we have this outside in way of looking at things and of creating. Even sticking a vision board out there, it's something that's out there, and now I'm going to try and put all those pieces together, and I need an action plan to do it. If it's it's kind of like construction. You've got to construct something to put it together, so there needs to be a list of ingredients of nuts and bolts and planks of wood and concrete to pour in order to build it and manifest it and make it happen. The feminine way of creating is more of an inside out way, and this is where we've really got to ask ourselves these questions. Is it heavy or is it light? Does it make me feel heavy or make me feel light? When we feel light over something that is trying to emerge through us, there is a kind of a signpost, an indicator, a light that switches on that says, yes, you're on the right path. That's why this feels light. I can't necessarily tell you exactly what it is I am creating at this time. What it takes is for me to trust this feeling of lightness that's inside of me. And then there's a time and a place for the masculine, because if I want to really adjust and align more to this feminine way of creating, then I needed to restructure some of my business and how I was doing it. And that meant I made a shift from a multi-level marketing business structure with the superfoods that I was doing to a direct marketing business model with the water that I'm doing. Water's the fundamental premise anyway. Like, it is literally the single most important substance on the planet, hands down. Without it, we die. Simple as that. No one can go without water. People can go without superfoods, and people can go without organic food, and people can go without all sorts of things. But without the fundamental premise of our water being top fucking notch, then we've got problems. And I can see so many problems emerging at the moment on the planet with regard to our millennial generation being one of the sickest generations we've had in many generations. The amount of toxins that we live with, what is wrong with our health, what is going on. I believe it's got to do with the vaccinations that we're forced to have at this time, with the cross-pollination of organic foods, that they're not stringently tested as they should be. I know that the organic produce that I get is still dirty and full of some kind of sticky residue of a pesticide of some kind, because I soak it off with my 11.5 water and it turns brown. That's just not right. It's, the conventional food should turn brown, not my organic food. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, and I don't know much, but I know one thing, and that's that having a heart-led business model that aligns with the single most important substance on the planet is that one thing that's been bringing my joy back, because I know what I'm doing is good and right, and I know I don't have to sell something every single month to do it like I did in the MLM. I don't go back to zero with my rank every month, and it doesn't matter how much effort I put in one month. I don't have to up that amount of effort to stay on track the next month. Instead, I'm on this continual trajectory of just increasing in rank and upping the digits in the checks that I receive each week, and that's feeling really good. 4-digit checks, that's fun. That's fun to get those in the post. So I'm looking for people who are prioritizing health, people who aren't prepared to just say, yeah, they want me to do this, therefore I'll do this. Flu shot every month, yeah, let's do that. Or every season. I want to get sick from time to time so that my body can get the immune boost that it needs. I want our bodies to be strong and resilient. We're moving into a time of survival of the fittest, and that in order to survive in this planet, on this planet at this time, we need our water being that which can get into our cells and flush the shit out of our bodies that we keep putting in it, even inadvertently. Even the most organic eating person is going to have toxins in their body just because you breathe at this time. If health is your number one priority, your core key value, and if true health, physical health, emotional health, psychological health, spiritual health, and financial health, if that kind of true health is your number one key priority for yourself and your family and your community and the planet in general, if eradicating single-use plastic bottles is high up there on your priority list, if living in toxin-free living environment, cleaning your home with different pH leveled water, sanitizing and spraying to remove airborne pathogens, and to sterilize around your kids without toxing them up with bleach and what have you, if these are your kind of values and you want to work with a fun team and collaborate and pay it forward and serve it backward and honor the idea that conscious people having money is a really good thing for the planet and society in general, then please talk. There is some stuff we can talk about, and I am looking for brothers and sisters who want to talk about this shit, because oh my goodness, humanity needs it. So anyway, thank you for listening, and get in touch with me in some way if this sounds good to you. Okay.